when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it. A man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time.
Tell us the truth! All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, a.k.a. Dr. BOA. Yep, I got time today. Manhood is almost a lost art in this society. We're told that anything beyond being whatever a woman wants you to be is toxic masculinity. We're told that anything that resembles chastising or correcting a woman is called being controlling. We're told that letting a woman know that you seek her for intimacy is being stalkerish. We're told a bunch of things that tell us that we should not be what men have traditionally been. And that compromise of manhood and masculinity is what we're going to talk about today. Now, Terrence has a recent interview, and it's a pretty lengthy clip. I started to do a live stream on it. It's so lengthy. But he's going to discuss some of the things that go on in Hollywood where men trade in their man card for fame, fortune, connections, or whatever it is. Now, we're going to listen to that, and then we're going to break down some other ways that you compromise your manhood and masculinity that have nothing to do with allowing yourself to be laid down like a woman. Let's take a listen to this video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Losing out money. You got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what Heath had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it. A man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to f*** you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the Chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do.
Now, we can say a lot of things about Terrence Howard. We can say whatever we want to say. But for this man to come out and say this openly, you know damn well if he was caught up in that stuff, somebody will come out and call him out, because everybody looking for 15 minutes of fame, even those who already have fame. And if nobody comes out and calls him out and say, hey, man, I saw you doing this, or you too, or you was involved too, then I believe the man speaking from experience and he's standing on his word. You look at how he's been blackballed, one of the best actors we have, and has not been allowed to cross over that threshold. So I want y'all to keep in mind, when you trade in your man card for anything, you never get it back. You never get it back. You can only hope to rebuild the damage or restructure the damage from it. But the reason you never get it back is because you never forget the time you lost it. You never forget the time you gave it away. You never forget the time you allowed yourself to be finessed out of it. Now, we're not going to cover any more of these Diddy type things that Terrence Howard was talking about, but we're going to cover some ways you do that in your everyday life. Now, what you did as a child or as a teenager, we're not talking about that. We're talking about you as an adult man. You as an adult man. One thing we do, the first thing we do to compromise our manhood and trade in our man card, is we try to go along and get along with a broad. We try to let her have as much power in our lives as we're supposed to have in hers. The 50-50 relationship. A 50-50 relationship doesn't always mean financial. Sometimes it means 50% of power and control is shared with the woman who does not know what to do with power nor control, besides hoard wealth and goods and services to herself. A woman cannot be trusted with equal amounts of wealth and power, with equal amounts of power and influence, because she's going to move things in her direction. She's only going to do what benefits her. A woman doesn't know how to be a team member, not with a man. Now, two women can be teammates together. A group of women can be teammates together. But a woman does not know how to team up with the man because it's not her position. She doesn't know that position. Psychologically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, she's not geared for that position. She's geared to be dominated and led by you. And if you're in a situation with a woman who won't allow that, you've given in your man card. Now, when you're giving your man card like this, I won't say you can't get it back forever, because you can't get it back from that woman. Once you allow a woman to disrespect you in a certain way, if your woman cheat on you and you take her back, you lost your man card. If your woman have a baby by another man and you take care of the baby like a fool, until about after you know it's another man baby, you lost your man card. If one put hands on you and you don't make her regret it instantly, you lost your man card. If you end up, man, going to prison over a woman, fighting some dude over a woman or something like that, man, you lost your man card. If you end up in the grave because you fought over a woman, you lost your man card and your life. So you know your man card gone. But these are the types of things that men do. If you willingly pay a woman and she gives you nothing in return. If you pay to play, you just a trick. But if you pay and don't even play, man, you lost your man card. You got the woman on a salary just to look pretty to you. If you come into a woman's life and save her, man, you lost your man card. If you turn a hoe into a housewife, man, you lost your man card. There are so many ways that you lose your man card in this society and you don't even know it's lost. You still think you're a man around here, but then you wonder why you can't have any time in your life where you're not chasing women and trying to get laid. If every single day of your life you're thinking about how to chase a woman and how to get laid and you can't even take any time away from getting laid and chasing women and you can't abstain no time or you don't practice no seed retention or you don't do none of that, it's because long ago somewhere you lost your man card. And I'm just trying to see why y'all don't want y'all man card, dog. It's a blessing to be a man. It's a gift to be a man. You know why it's so hard for me to be mad at a woman? You know why it's so hard for me to be upset with a woman? You know why it's so hard for me to talk down on women? You know why it's so hard for me to sit and complain about women? Because I'm a man, dog. I'm too blessed. I stand up and pee. I'm a man, dog. Don't y'all understand that? Man, I'm a man, dog. That's who I am. I'm blessed. You think about it. I could have been born a girl, dog. I could be a woman right now. Bruh, I could be dealing with 7 days of flow weather right now, dog. I could be emotionally out of control right now, dog. I could be an individual who only has my body to give the opposite sex person that I want. I could think about being a woman by a man who has his shit together. You're only viewed physically. Think about that. Man, don't worry about what a woman does. Just be happy you not one. Don't worry about what a woman goes through. Just be happy you ain't got to go through it. Y'all be around here talking about we pregnant. No, we ain't pregnant, baby girl. You pregnant. I got you pregnant. We ain't pregnant. Well, we're going to be pregnant. No, we're not. We ain't going to be nothing. You understand? If my stomach grows, it's because I'm eating too much. All I got to do is go to the gym and lay off them carbs. I don't want to hear that. Y'all grab your man card back, man. Let's stop living like suckers around here. Don't do things that compromise your manhood and masculinity. It's an amazing thing to be a man, dog. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care what obstacles you got to face. I don't care what grind you got to go through. I don't care how many times you have it all and lose it and have to gain it back again. I don't care how hard it is to go to the gym and work out. I don't care how much you got to diet. I don't care how much you got to invest. I don't care how many things you got to do without. I don't care how many women you got to push away. I don't care how much child support you pay. I don't care whatever goes on. It goes on in the life of a man, dog. Embrace being a man, my brothers, because there is no greater blessing in the world than to be a man. And it's one that I don't take for granted. So any woman that I've ever had in my life, I say, man, she ain't gonna never do better than me. Why? Because I'm a man, dog. One of the top men alive. It's gonna be very hard to top me. So don't worry about what a woman does. Don't worry about no breakup, man. Don't worry about none of that. Dog, you're a man. As long as you embrace that and you build and maintain and cultivate your masculine energy all the time, you can never take a loss when you got to break a woman off. It's always going to be a come up for you. Let's call it addition by subtraction. And boy, waking up every day as a man is the peak of my satisfaction. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this prism of the ism. And as always, alphas up, betas down. Peace.